Hi, hello, good morning, and God bless to everyone. First of all, as usual, I would like to thank our Almighty God, the time and opportunity to create another video to share with you today. In our video for today, we will respond or answer another viewers or subscribers comment, question, and a request. Okay, let's begin with the word of God. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and tender to one another. Forgive each other, just as God forgave you because of what Christ has done. Okay, amen. And here is the tip for the day, how to be happier in our daily lives. Never hate, don't worry, live simply, expect a little, give a lot, live with love, smile more, and most importantly, be with God always. Okay, this video is a voice-over version containing the answers and responses to our viewers and subscribers' comments, questions, and requests. Do you want to learn more? And then subscribe, like, and share to others. Okay, whoever wants to learn a little knowledge, let them watch. It's free. Okay, here we go. We will start. First of all, I appreciate very much every comments, questions, and request you have shared in our exercise because I desired for it. And also, this is to share to others my little knowledge. And I promise you, I will attend every request to the best I can and to the best of my knowledge with the help of our gracious God. Okay, here we go, viewers and subscribers' comments, questions, and request. Now, here is the comment. Again, this comes from Pinoy Construction. So thank you for being attentive and vivid viewers of our video exercise. I appreciate that very much. And here is the comments. Hello, sir. I am confused why some of the P6 videos here on YouTube are using days in unit of time format instead of hours. Okay. Now, and this is the title that I made for this comment, thoughts to consider in setting up unit of time at the user preference. Okay. Okay, now our topic for today is about the important things or thoughts to consider in setting up units of time in the user preference, which is in relation with our subscribers' comment why some of the P6 videos on YouTube are using days instead of, or I mean using days in unit of time format instead of hours. Actually, we have already discussed this in our previous video episode on PCM SB 009, meaning Project Control Management Short Video number 009. The only difference in this video is that this video was created as a non-voice video. So kindly take time to revisit this episode to give you an additional insight or reference about our topic for today. And also, we will further elaborate this topic with me to personally discuss to address our subscribers' request and for a deeper understanding. First, I think we have to review first the hours per time period and the time period abbreviation settings at the admin preference in Primavera P6. So let's open our Primavera and we will go to admin and then preference. Okay, in here, we can see here the time period tabs. So here, hours per day is 8, 44 week, 116, 1920, minutes is M, H, D, W, M, and Y. So I think this is okay. There is no changes. So let's close it. Next, let's go to the, the user preference. So we can find it here, view or no, edit, user preference, and time units. So here we are talking about this one, unit format or unit of time on the unit format. So we can see here the selection hour, day, week, month, and year. So the comment here is that why we are using hour instead of day. Okay, let me explain that quickly. Actually, for users' choice of convenient, they could select whichever unit of time they have to choose. But just be careful to be sure of the unit format you adopt when entering the parameters in the resource assignment, because this is mostly the causes of errors without confirming at the chosen unit format. Okay, I advise you to be better to show the unit label. You can see it here. Here, you have to show the unit label, so you have to check it. But it still depends on your choice. So we have to show, I'm advising to be better to show the unit label and the user preference so that you will not get mistaken or confused in the data entry of the right parameter. Okay, for me, actually, I prefer to use the hours unit of time. That is to avoid seeing 0 in the resource unit assignment, because Primavera P6 does not display decimals for unit values, especially when the unit value is less than half of the fraction. Example is the 0.9 to 0.1. Okay, let's demonstrate an example of this in P6. Okay. The selected, or well, let's say we will use our, the selected unit format here would be used as the reference to, once you select this one, this will be the basis or the reference or the, yes, reference. When it comes to the entry of the maximum units at the resource dictionary, and to the units allocations and entries at the resource assignment, where we can find this maximum units entry at the resource dictionary. Okay, let's close it. You can find it here. You open resource, and then here, let's say we will go to, anyway, here you can find it here, the maximum units per time. Actually, this is to be used in resource labeling. Okay. And when we say another one, the selected units per time here, okay, once the selected units per time that we choose in here, it will be a reference also. into the units allocation and entries at the resource assignment. So where we can find the resource assignment, let's close it. Here we can find it here, resource. So you have to assign values in here. So everything that you've assigned in here, you have to refer to the unit of time that you have chosen in here. So be careful of that, because sometimes you miss or forgot to consider this one, that you have chosen the day, but when entering the data or values here, you are using the hour or vice versa. So just try to be sure always that you are following this choose what you have choose or selected unit of time. Okay, so first we will go to the entry, data entry on the, let's close it first. Okay, let's assume we will use the, we choose here hour. Okay, let's close it. Now we will go to the data entry on the maximum unit per time on the resource. So let's open the resource. Okay, actually you can open it also, I think, in here, but this one is a shortcut one. Okay, resource. Okay, now if we choose hour, let's create another resource. Okay, so let's click add, where we can find it. Okay, let's right click and then add. Okay, let's say we will use just only sample. Okay, so according to this is 8 hours per day. Okay, so the duration unit duration unit here is day, and the one that we choose on the unit of time is hour. So when we choose hour, since we choose hour in the unit of time, and let's say we have an available equipment for a maximum of 16 hours per day. Okay, so that means the available or the maximum hours here, we have to put, since we have an available of 16 hours of, let's say, equipment to be used for a day. Okay, so that means it will show you 16 hours per day. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, if we will change this into the preference, we will change it into day. Okay. Okay, let's close it. Okay. So you can see here, the as actually it automatically calculates into 2 days per day. It is because by choosing the day in the unit of time, then the 2 days will be calculated by Primavera, because we have already entered 16 hours per day when we use the hour unit of time. It is because 16 hours is twice of 8 hours per day as defined in our calendar. So our calendar here is we defined it as 8 hours. We will be spending 8 hours per day. Okay, so that's fine. So meaning, if you choose, since we choose here, since we choose a day, so we have to input 2 days per day. So if we choose hours, actually Primavera will calculate it if there is already an existing entry in here. So let's close. Okay, so it becomes 16 hours per day. Okay, let's move to the data entry, what? I will go to the data entry at the resource assignment for budgeted units per time. So where we can find it. So we will go to activity. And then let's say, for example, we will choose this one. Okay. Site clearing, we will choose this one to enter our what do you call this? Okay, so we will use this one, this activity as a sample. Now let's close this one first. We will remove it. We will assign another resource, that sample resource that we have already defined. Okay, so now we will assign the sample resource that we have. So let's click add resource. Take note that we are on the bottom detail window. We have here, we click here the resource tab, and here we can find here the columns for the budgeted unit per time, actual. Okay, actually these are the primary parameters that we always enter the data. So let's click add, and then we will choose sample, okay? Because this is the one we created. And then plus. Okay, let's close it. And then here we can see here the sample. Okay, so now we will have to enter the budgeted unit per time. So take note, if you choose the label, if you choose the label here, label this one, if you check this one, then it will show the units symbol, or yes, units abbreviation, unit of time abbreviation. So it's better to show it, because if you don't show it, you might be mistaken on whether what unit of time that you have chosen. It may be day or hour. So better to show it and then close. Okay, so here, let's say, for example, if we choose hour, and then we choose the hour in our unit of time in our user's preference, and we have planned to engage a labor for 16 hours a day. Okay, so meaning each labor will be 16 hours a day. That means in 8 hours per day, that will be 2 days, 2 labor per day. So let's enter 16. Okay, and then what next? So now if we will let's say, for example, since here we are using the hours per day, so how about if we will be choosing the day per day, day unit per day duration. So we will close it. Okay, so you can see it automatically what do you call this? It automatically calculate the day equivalent of the 16 hours per day. Okay, so next, we have already addressed the budgeted unit per time entry. So we will go to the what do you call this? Actual this period units per time. Okay, so how can we do it? So of course, when we say actual, so we have to run a data date for this one to start updating our project. So let's click this one. We'll just get an example. We will just take an example. Let's say our data date is, we will be updating it by the next month. So let's say July, then select it. then schedule. Okay, as you can see, we have to here, let's say the actual date here, we will, let's go to status. Okay, let's say it actually started on, let's say, August, June, let's say it started on June 1, select. And then, let's say we have a percentage of how many? Let's say 50%. Okay, so you can see it moves, right? Now, after updating the time and the percentage or the progress of the activity, what we need to do here is to update the actual expenditure, or I mean the actual resource. Okay, so what shall we do? Let's say, for example, if we have chosen here, let's get back to the, we are now for the entry of the actual units. So let's get back, let's change the user preference into hours. Okay, and then close. Okay. Now the actual, let's say, for example, we will just take an example. If we choose hour in the unit of time and we plan to update our labor weekly actual usage, or say monthly, let's say we have 128 hours in here. Take note that it is stated here hours. So let's say 128. Okay. Now, how about if we will be using the unit of time in day? So let's go back to day, user preference, and we'll change this into day. Okay, and then close. So it comes out to be 16 per day. So how we can calculate it? It is because what do you call this? Actual display unit. It is because the it is calculated at 16 days because 128 hours is 16 times of 8 hours per day as defined in our calendar days. So meaning our calendar days, we have defined it there that the working hours is 8 hours per day. And since we have 128 hours, total hours spent, or I mean units for a week. So if you divide it into 8, so it will give you 16 days. Okay, I think you understand it. But my emphasis here is that you always have to. It is better for us to show the unit level, because if you remove it, sometimes the value here you don't know. So maybe you will be used to day units of time, and then thinking that it is a day a unit of time, but actually you have entered here as hour, so you are entering a wrong data. So that is my okay. So my stern advice here is that to be very careful, to look at the preference selections prior to data entry, because most schedulers keep on working without noticing the changes in the preferences, meaning you change the preference there and then you are assuming that the unit of time that you are entering here is correct. Okay, so even myself, I had experienced this unintentional mistake. So always remember to consider whatever unit of time you choose in the user preference must also be the same to be used in the data entries. Okay. I hope this gives you an additional insight on setting up unit of time at the user preference, and God bless to everyone. Okay, before we end the show, let me express my gratitude for all the constructive comments of our viewers and subscribers, which give me a great interest and passion to create more helpful and valuable videos to share for your advantage. So here are the one, or I mean, here are some of the constructive and appreciable comments to mention a few. Okay, here come from PEMI 2008. It's very great to hear the comments that great lecture just stumbled on your channel today. Please keep it up. Okay, and there is another one from Subari Rana 245. The comment is, Sir, your lecturer are so informative for me. Allah bless you and your family. Sir, you are a great person. Oh, it's very, I'm very happy to hear this comment. And here is another. Thank you for sharing a great content. And here is another one. Thank you for this video, sir. And here is another one. That's interesting. Coming from Mahmoud Asal, 968. That's interesting. Thanks for sharing. Okay, and the last one here is from Surajan D. Very useful, appreciable efforts. Keep it up. But please in English, as it has been all been expecting a more advanced topic. Glad to subscribe. Best wishes from India. Thanks. Okay. Thank you for watching. And if you need further clarifications, feel free to leave a comment and I'll be delighted to attend on to it. Okay, God bless to all of us and have a nice day.